All right, guys. Back with another video. Had some comments on some of the videos talking about the back drag being different on the standard 90 tooth ratchet and the flex head ratchets from Icon. I've actually had these suspicions myself, so we're going to dig into them and see if there's anything different. We'll start with the standard 90 tooth. From the back, they both look to be the same. I believe that's a T8 Torx. Yes. We're going to use the little meme set and the ratchet and extension that goes with that, because it's here and it's handy and not terribly tight. I guess I should have probably done a little click test and tighten this back down real quick. We'll do a click test between the two. It's got a good bit of gear engagement sound. And the flex head has audibly different sound to it than the 90 tooth, and there's more resistance as well. So I'll be curious to see if there's anything different about them. Trying to keep my hands out of the way. The camera angle is probably not the best for what I'm trying to do here. This come out awful easy for having Loctite on them. That plate's springing back up at me. Okay. So far I'm not seeing anything out of the ordinary. Have your anvil, pawl, and a wave lock washer. Everything looks to be pretty kosher there. I'm not going to take this out because I hate fighting with them to put them back in for the reversing mechanism. If you've ever been inside of a ratchet, it's what you'd expect, I suppose. So we'll leave that stuff over there to that side. Go ahead and take this flex head apart. And nice, you can spin that loose and then just grab this extension here, kind of like a little screwdriver. We'll say there's less grease and junk in there than what I've seen in some ratchets that I've had apart in the past. This one's not trying to spring apart like the other one. It's the standard back plate there. Anvil. There is no wave lock washer on the flex head ratchet. There's no wave lock washer on top of that anvil between it and the back plate like there is on the standard ratchet. Curious if maybe that's what the difference is and why there's back drag, because everything else seems to be identical. The pawl. This has a 90T engraved in the top of it there. Appears as though you could probably put it in from either direction. Doesn't look like it probably matters. But when you take this apart, the 90T was facing up at the back plate there when you're looking at it. If you take these apart and get them mixed up. Other than that, I don't see any differences at all. The anvils look the same. Everything about them looks the same except for that wave lock washer on the standard ratchet versus the flex head. Just for the heck of it, I think I'm going to put this back together without that wave lock washer in there and see if that makes any kind of a difference. And bear with me while I hold my tongue just right to get this stuff put back in here. And that actually went in there a lot easier than what I was figuring. So here we go. We're going to put this together real quick and just see if it makes a difference. That washer's not in there. If we get any binding or if it frees it up. Makes me wonder if that wave lock washer maybe is to take up some slack that was created in manufacturing, and that's why some have it and some don't. See that the anvil obviously has some slop in there with the absence of that washer. Other than that, I don't think it made any difference. So I'm gonna take this back apart real quick and put that wave lock washer in there and see if that slop is taken up on it. I'm sure that's probably the purpose. I'd be curious to know if there are some of these flex heads that also have wave lock washers in them, and it's just a part of the manufacturing. If they have slop, they put the shim in there, and if they don't need it, they don't need it. I wish this was a little more scientific for you guys, because I myself would like to know what the difference is. Visually, I can't tell any difference at all between the two, but there's a definite difference in backlash between the two ratchets as they came from the factory. Now there's just a little bit of thrust there, but it's not even visible. You can kind of feel it. I'm sure you guys can't see that it's moving, but there's no difference in the stiffness of the ratchet whatsoever. So, guys, I'm kind of lost on this. I was hoping there would be something definitive here that I could tell you. There is not. I'm not going to oil these up. They don't need it right now. I typically, when I do my ratchets, I use not necessarily this stay build, but some sort of a CLP or a oil for cleaning your QPUs. Sometimes I use Lucas. Sometimes I'll just use rim oil or just whatever I have on hand sometimes. That's what a light grade oil like that. Just basically to keep everything from rusting in there and somewhat lubricate it. A lot of people use grease. A lot of manufacturers use grease. I just really don't see the point in the grease. I suppose it's okay, but it will make a ratchet stiffer. Sorry guys, the camera's shaking. I'm getting a little crazy with the ratchet there. And there is quite a bit of difference there. Well, I'm sorry guys, that's all I've got for you. I really was hoping there would be something that would definitely tell us the difference. They're both 90 teeth. The parts look identical. The only difference I could find was that wave lock washer or shim in there. That's the only difference I could find, and I'm not seeing that made a difference by leaving that out. All it did was create some thrust in the anvil itself, which I'm sure isn't good. So it's back in there, and I guess we'll keep digging. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment hashtag icon for the win to be entered for the icon 1/4 inch modular general service set. We'll draw that as soon as we hit 1,000 subs. Thanks, guys.